Coming up next, the guest list is brought to you by My Wedding Magazine, where the art of celebration is portrayed with the utmost beauty. Visit www.myweddingmag.co.nz or subscribe now in print or digitally so you don't miss a thing. The guest list is also supported by the Wedding Associates, hand-picked collection of the best venues and suppliers, and hire plants. Whatever your purpose, hire plants have it covered.
Welcome to the guest list. On today's show, Anita is going to take us to an amazing resort in the Pacific, a new idea to help brides called Bridal Bootcamp. And later on, I will also be talking to Suzie, florist from the Blossom Room. I'm now joined by Anita Gatley, travel agent who specializes in weddings and honeymoons. She's going to take us on a journey to the Pacific. So Anita, where are we off to today?
Well, today let's go to Fiji, and in particular the Sofitel Fiji Resort and Spa.
Oh, yay.
And I really want to emphasise the word spa because I did a spa treatment up there about a year ago and it was amazing. Sometimes you just go and have a bit of a relaxing massage. This was really, really rejuvenating. They use all the beautiful pure Fiji products, and yeah, it was just divine. On the scheme of things, it wasn't as expensive as what you'd imagine, and I think that's one of the things that the Sofitel do really well, is that you expect the 4-star quality and you get the 5-star quality. And the Sofitel is set in 26 acres of garden paradise, so you don't just have to have your photos on the beach, which is a beautiful white sandy beach. You can have, there's so many places that you can have your photos. It's just a beautiful, beautiful place.
Fantastic.
Yeah. It overlooks Nandi Bay, so all the rooms face the ocean, and they were recently refurbished. So Accor do it really well. They keep their properties up to a really good grade, and so if you were to go to any of the Sofitels around the world, you'd expect that standard.
Same consistent standard, which is nice.
And Fiji do that really well. They have really good housekeepers who, you know, they can't, nothing is a problem. Anything that you want, you just have to ring the bell and somebody will be there to do it for you. One of the things that the Sofitel Fiji boast is that they have the biggest water slide. So if you've got kids, great place for them. Great place for them to go.
Sorry, do they have the usual like kids clubs and all of those sorts of things?
Yeah, they do. They do the kids clubs really well, but they also cater for the honeymoons as well. And I think what I'm noticing too is that more and more couples have got kids. So it means that they can take their kids on holiday, but you can still have a beautiful wedding, but your kids can be catered for. And as I said before, you've got all the other resorts that are scattered round by it, so you can wander down to the other properties and have photos down there if you wanted to as well.
Fantastic.
One of the good things too about the Sofitel is they've got 3 bars and some award-winning restaurants.
Do they have swimming pools?
Yeah, they've got a big lagoon pool, and what I really like too is that they've got lots of the latest garden furniture and beachside furniture, so you know some of the properties are getting a little bit run down. Accor have really kept it up to standard.
What happens if you're just a couple and you're going on honeymoon?
Once again, a really beautiful place to go. Because it is a big property, you can get away from people, but you can also go and eat at some of their restaurants, and you can also catch the buller bus into Denarau Port, where they've got a whole lot of other restaurants. But yeah, beautiful place to go for a honeymoon. You can relax, but you can also get out and do things as well. And they can also organise, if you want to go out to any of the islands, they'll do all the island hopping trips and organise that at their tour desk as well.
Fantastic. And I'm assuming they can organise the tours, so if the boys wanted to go on a fishing trip or anything like that?
Absolutely, yeah. So the girls can go and have the hens do in the luxury spa, and the guys can go out and do the fishing trips or go and play golf or paragliding. That's a new thing that they like to be doing. Nikki, they've got a beautiful wedding chapel at the Sofitel, and they do weddings really well. They have several packages, but once again they're really open to being able to put things in and take things out. So if anybody is interested in looking at the wedding packages, you can have a look on the Sofitel's website, or you're welcome to have a look at mine at www.weddingtravel.co.nz.
Sounds brilliant. I definitely want to go. Thank you, Anita. Now don't forget, you can catch up on all past episodes. Head to our Facebook page or to our website. After the break, a new idea to help brides called Bridal Bootcamp.
Something missing in your scape? Hire Plants specialise in plantscapes with purpose for a wide range of events, weddings, expos and film shoots. Our knowledge, experience and range make it easy to enhance your venue. Ivy balls and buxus, palms and natives, indoor and outdoor. Hire Plants offer easy access, delivery, installation and pickup. Whatever your purpose, Hire Plants have it covered.
The guest list is brought to you by My Wedding Magazine, where the art of celebration is portrayed with the utmost beauty. Visit www.myweddingmag.co.nz or subscribe now in print or digitally so you don't miss a thing.
Welcome to the guest list. I am now joined by Tyrone from Legion Training Program and Tanya from A Mother's Love. Welcome to the two of you.
Thank you.
Hello.
Thank you for joining me. Now, first, I'm going to start with you, Tyrone. Tell me a little bit about what you do.
Okay, well, I basically run a online training and nutrition program under the banner of Legion Training.
Now, Tanya, let's hear about what you do.
Right, A Mother's Love. We're an online personal and professional development coaching website.
Now, the two of you have got together and you've collaborated and you've put together quite an exciting product.
We've been able to come together to offer basically a ultimate transformation prize, and it's all about basically getting in the best shape physically and mentally for the biggest day of your life, and that's your wedding. Right. Where contestants under Bridal Bootcamp, which is the actual competition, will participate in Legion training and Mother's Love. And at the end of it, it's going to be the ultimate transformation, will win a $70,000 wedding package.
$70,000.
Yeah, if there was ever an incentive to get in shape for your big day, this is it.
Absolutely. And Tanya, I don't think I've ever heard of a prize package for a bride that big.
No, it's pretty exciting.
It's
Everything you could think of for your dream wedding. A lovely Karaka estate in a wildflower meadow, beautiful silk-lined high pool marquee, everything you can think of in it. Anna Stretton, she's dressing a custom-made gown for the bride, all the bridesmaids, mother of the groom and the bride, styling sessions, there's a honeymoon.
We know everybody's going to want this prize, but it's not going to be easy to win it.
No, they got to earn it.
They got to earn it.
It's not just winning it, it's earning it. Yeah, that's...
And that's the crunch, isn't it?
That is.
And there's probably going to be lots of crunches.
Nice.
All right, so let's hear, what do they have to do?
Well, the first thing they've got to do is to be, Mother's Love and Legion training, it can be accessed anytime separately. You know, you can visit Mother's Love, you can join up anytime. You can visit legiontraining.com and join the body transformation and do it anytime. But under Bridal Bootcamp, if you want to win that prize package, you need to visit Bridal Bootcamp, and from there, basically sign up, you register. Then on the 20th, you need to register before the 20th of October, because once that happens, your Legion training account opens up. And from 13 weeks on from there, training's all on. Every day they visit their Legion training account, and the training that they're required to do for that day is there listed for them that they must participate in. They can be anywhere in the country. They do need to be a member of a gym, but it can be any gym. As well as that, all their nutrition is formulated specifically to them. Every 14 days they log into the site, they enter their stats, how they're progressing, and their nutrition updates in line with how their body composition is evolving. So that's the training element. Over the 13 weeks for Mother's Love, they also got to participate in videos there that Mother's Love have done up, and that's all about the self-development things of it. At the end of that, our top 6 contestants, based on body transformation, before and after photos, the participation in the training, as well as the questions that they answered through the Mother's Love component, our top 6 are going to be put forward to ZM. And the listeners from ZM radio station, they're going to vote. So that's where it becomes a popularity contest just at the end. But you've got to put that hard grind, that hard work in at the start to get to that top 6.
Fantastic.
Yeah, it's going to be fun.
Where does the psychological part come in?
I think when you're getting ready for a wedding, everything comes up, things that you're probably sort of in your life, and it just comes to the surface of relationships that aren't going so well. You don't want auntie so-and-so at the wedding, or step families that don't get along, all of those issues that can make it rough, and just support and coaching with your relationship with yourself is how we're doing it initially for the first few weeks, then your relationships with other people, and then others to others. So-and-so doesn't get on with so-and-so, and just what that all means to have your journey to your wedding turn out to be everything that you want your wedding day to be.
That sounds great.
It is.
And Tyrone, from the Legion side of things, I mean, we all know this is not going to be an easy thing.
I think an important thing and why Legion is so popular with people worldwide is the fact that the training component, you're in the gym for 19 minutes. That is it. Where it came from was myself having to work with fast turnaround TV, where production companies would give me the lead actors and they literally would be, Ty, you've got 20 minutes. And I was like, how am I going to come up with this? I virtually had to come up with a training approach, because production companies, they want results and they want it now. So in very limited timeframes, I had to make sure that training frequency, volume, all the correct stimulus for physiological change was all there. So it is a different training approach. They're still using the equipment of gyms, free weights, cable machines, a lot of load tensions. However, it's just done very, very smart. That 1,140 seconds, the 19 minutes in the gym, every second's accounted for. So that's why it's become so popular. It's only 19 minutes out of your day. People can do it in the lunch hours, after work. They're not stuck at the gym for hours. But where it really comes down to precision is the nutrition. But we work that all out for you. And we've got Puma on board to help with the training, giving away prizes, hyperstrength supplements, you know, just the whole, there's a support from everyone, not just the 2 services here, but all our sponsors are coming to the play too.
And then when does judging start? Or when is the closing of the competition, or when is the winner announced?
Well, what happens is 12 weeks into the competition, so just 1 week short of when it closes, we will actually, all the members need to upload onto the Legion site is their after photos, okay? And then we'll do the comparisons, and there'll be quite a lengthy process in that. From there, there's also, so 70% of that judging will be the before and afters. Then comes in 30% for the mother's love, based on how they did that over the 13 weeks. We will then send that over to ZM, and that's where the 6 will basically go through the voting process, and they will be selected from there. And then I think it's 2 weeks in between there.
Then there's just 2 weeks, 2 weeks to get your wedding pulled
married?
together.
So the winner will be announced, and they'll have 2 weeks, and February 14
for a Valentine's Day wedding.
So Valentine's Day, that's when the wedding will be happening.
That's when it's happening.
Now, if there is anybody out there who cannot take up this opportunity right now, is there going to be a future opportunity?
Mother's Love in itself, outside Bridal Bootcamp, is accessible anytime. Same with Legion training, so if you ever want to get in shape, they can access that anytime. However, Bridal Bootcamp itself, the competition, yeah, we're going to be running future ones as well. This is going to be an ongoing thing. With how popular this is becoming, definitely.
Tanya, Tyrone, thank you so much for coming in and talking to me. Very, very exciting competition.
Thank you.
Thank you. So I've been talking to Tyrone and Tanya from Bridal Bootcamp. If you've missed any of our segments from our past series, don't forget you can hop onto our website or our Facebook page and catch up. After the break, I'm going to be talking to Suzie, florist from the Blossom Room.
Something missing in your scape? Hire Plants specialise in plantscapes with purpose for a wide range of events, weddings, expos and film shoots. Our knowledge, experience and range make it easy to enhance your venue. Ivy balls and buxus, palms and natives, indoor and outdoor. Hire Plants offer easy access, delivery, installation and pickup. Whatever your purpose, Hire Plants have it covered.
The guest list is brought to you by My Wedding Magazine, where the art of celebration is portrayed with the utmost beauty. Visit www.myweddingmag.co.nz or subscribe now in print or digitally so you don't miss a thing.
Welcome to the guest list. I'm now joined by Suzie from the Blossom Room. Welcome, Suzie. Lovely to have you here.
Thank you, it's great to be back.
What are you seeing for a hot new trend coming in for the season?
Well, the best part at the moment now is we're getting imported Colombian roses, and they are stunning.
Really?
Absolutely stunning. They've got very, very large heads on them, and they have this ability to start to open. They tend to hold very, very well.
Let's talk about some tablescapes, and particularly the centerpieces.
Doing a wedding coming up, which is sort of a whimsical garden setting. We've decided we're going to use all potted colour, just straight into glass vessels, so you can see all the roots and everything like that. And then you can go further on with, like, you know, beds of moss, when all the platters can sit on the beds of moss, and then sticks and everything like that. You know, you just keep pushing the boundary to be creating a scene when people walk in, instead of just exclusively flowers.
What about using things like fruit and vegetables and those sorts of things on the table as well?
It's stunning. It's just, and texturally and colourways, it's just, you know, boundless. It's just so limitless, rather, and it's just goes on. And you can just have, if you wanted to, dapples of, you know, flowers through there. But if you keep it, it also makes people remember, because it's intriguing, because it's so different.
We've got new brides moving into the season. What can they do to keep those bouquets fresh?
Okay, so most importantly is when they arrive, and how I do them is they're prepared, so they're all balanced with the tissue. Don't pick them up and and touch them. Best thing is a cool room, especially you know, January, February, March brides. It's really important you keep them in a cool room. If it's a really, really hot day, I tend to always put wet damp tissue in the box anyway, so it's got some moisture coming through.
Suzie, are we seeing any particular style or trend that's coming through with regards to bouquets for the season?
This year we are. I'm tending to see more brides that are doing a lot of colour instead of just a bit of white and a bit of colour. They're full colour bouquets. Nice. The bridesmaids are also having a lot of colour again, and they tend to have more of a concentration individually to bring the theme through, but obviously it's still the same textures and the same flower types.
And are we moving more to a trailing type bouquet? Are we staying with posies? What's happening with that?
It's still actually quite a good mix. There's still the sort of the more tight, compact posy going through still, and trailing, but this real look of being quite loose and whimsical, and actually quite a lot of greenery and foliage coming out, vintagey looking. You've got your gum, you know, your eucalyptus, you know, and fine feathery bits and pieces, you know, foliages. It's just yeah, it's sort of it's going through a transitional stage where it's sort of vintage is still there, but it's sort of slightly going away to a more whimsical, very unique. That's bringing you know, sequins and all this sort of thing. So the style is actually going quite. It's elegant, but sort of a bit more upmarkety and textural. It's quite interesting to see it sort of coming out.
Do you want to tell us a little bit about some of the really popular types of flowers that you are putting in some of the bouquets and even some of the centerpieces for this coming season?
Okay, so there's always roses. I mean, this, you know, it'll never die. But we do a lot of work with the David Austin rose, which is absolutely stunning. Then you have all your freesias when they're still in season, anemones, ranunculus. We have even standard chrysanthemums, the big green ones. Another popular has been called Green Wiki, which is bright green and quite furry. He's gorgeous. Phalaenopsis orchids, you know, they're always there for that real elegant sort of, you know, stylish, you know, and that goes to a beautiful for a trailing bouquet, absolutely stunning. We have gerbras for our beach weddings, and they're in a variety of colours, you know, and they're perfect for, I feel, for a casual sort of wedding for the beach. It's just got that look. You can keep the stems long. Peonies are just, you know, the ultimate really for a lot of brides. They are a stunning flower. Hydrangea when they're back in season is always beautiful. And at the moment we've got a lot more varieties of the colours coming through that the growers have been putting in for the last couple of years. So yeah, it is really good. And we're finally getting like a white with a soft pink through.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and it just, yeah, it's gentle, it's quite blush.
Lysianthus?
Yeah, Lysianthus is just absolutely amazing. It's, you know, it's the go-to flower for elegance. And then, you know, we're getting into they're doing bromeliad flowers now, which is quite, you know, quite for a more striking sort of evening wedding. So we also have Gypsophila, which is also known as baby's breath. People love it, people hate it. I always still think a good bunch of gyp always looks amazing, especially if you've got quite a textured dress going on. Then another, you know, favourite is tuberose, even though they're quite reasonably hard to get hold of, but they have got a magnificent scent. And then oriental lilies, I mean, you can't go wrong. Just be sort of slightly cautious if you tend to have a venue that's quite closed in. They can be quite overpowering.
From a scent point of view.
Absolutely, absolutely. So these are all those, and yeah, chrysanthemums, they're beautiful, you know, the little button ones are stunning. There's also imported pom-pom ones now. They come in yellow, white and green, and they're amazing. And the sort of, then you get, you know, your sedums, which come in different colours, you know, you get your hebes, you're not good to do research and find all these. I mean, we can just list a whole book, but if you find a bouquet that you like, and generally what I tend to do is get my brides to do some research for themselves, and I really like this style. Can you please send it to me? You know, and there's colour lilies and the variety of their, you know, structure of colours coming through. So it's just that if you keep doing the research and sending it back, and then you're like, okay, this is in season, this isn't in season, and we can do colours like this. As a lot of pictures are from overseas, and we don't have that product in New Zealand, unfortunately, but we tend to always be able to substitute. So it's just good to talk to your florist and work out what you like, and yeah, it's good. Do your consultation.
And generally you find that a bride has a favourite flower, and that's what you can base the arrangement around.
True. And I'd say 80% of my brides have that, and probably the other 20% are like, I've known nothing about flowers, please guide me. So it's not a problem. So you start, that's where the consult comes in. It's like, well, do you like a colour, or, you know, and some people are just actually happy for you to go, do whatever you like. This is my dress, this is the theme, go for it. Brilliant, gold.
Brilliant. What about greenery? Because that obviously plays a big part in the flowers. Yes. So what's popular at the moment?
There's always ruscus, which is just stunning. Camellia, well, you know, it's so classic. It's, you know, it's got that very, very deep green in it. A little bit of magnolia, and it's the thing, but definitely going into like the dusty miller. It's a beautiful grey-based foliage, and lamb's ear when it's in season is always very popular. Anything actually sort of more, it's going into things like hebes and that sort of thing, more shrubs and coprosma. That's where that whole whimsical garden look's coming through. So it's very different to back to the traditional day of, you know, everything hand wired and very, you know, rigid. Yeah.
Ideally, when should a couple be starting to talk to a florist?
The way I get booked out, at the moment is about a year.
What's the best way to get in touch with you?
Okay, the best way is by email. So it's info@theblossomroom.co.nz.
Fantastic. Suzie, thank you for coming to talk to me.
That's wonderful. Thank you.
Thanks. That's Suzie from The Blossom Room. And don't forget, if you'd like to catch up on any of our past episodes, you can do so at our website or on our Facebook page. I'm Nikki Lewis. This is The Guest List. Thank you for joining me. I'll see you next time.
The Guest List studio set is supplied by Hire Plants.
The Guest List is brought to you by My Wedding Magazine, where the art of celebration is portrayed with the utmost beauty. Visit www.myweddingmag.co.nz or subscribe now in print or digitally so you don't miss a thing. The Guest List is also supported by the Wedding Associates, hand-picked collection of the best venues and suppliers, and Hire Plants. Whatever your purpose, Hire Plants have it covered.